Welcome back to Public Myths in Motion. I am Sue White. I will be leading you through this booty bands class. So whether you have one of these looped bands, awesome. If you don't, go grab an old pair of nylons, tie them together. You're gonna find out where resistance is good for you. But guess what? You don't need to use bands at all for this class. We're gonna be working and squatting. The bands are just a little added resistance. So we're actually gonna start standing without our bands. We'll grab them in just a moment. And just starting ankles, knees, hips distance. Drawing that lower pelvic floor up, drawing that navel to spine. We're still always working that core, even though we're gonna be working our booty. So let's just start with some nice squats down and up. Sending that belly over top of the thigh, sink low into those glutes. Now hold it down and pulse. Swooping that lower pelvic floor forward, just waking them up. 2 and 1, pedal those feet, keep it low. Hands to heart or hands out, whatever you want. 2 and 1, squat it out, down, up, lower, lift, lower, for 4, 3. So every time you lengthen, squeeze. Hold it low, pulse it out for 4, 3, 2. This time, we're gonna hold it low. Both heels come up and down, lift, lower. We're working everything up here. Set those shoulders. Last set, you got it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big bend. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, take that left hand down over to the right foot. Stack yourself, little push through the right of the hip flexor. Find that little stretch. Find that focus. 2 and 1. Right heel, left knee, sink into that figure 4 stretch. So whether you need to grab onto a counter or to a chair or take your hands all the way down to the floor, we're just gonna send a little stretch into that right hip. For 4, 3. This is 2. Holding it low, planting those palms, lifting and lower that left heel up. You got it, keep going. Last set. This is 4, 3, 2. Take that right foot off that left knee and send it down into a lunge. So we're gonna release that right knee down, right underneath that hip. Hold 4, 3. This is 2. Right knee comes up and send it back, replace. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Send that knee high, grow through the crown. Hold it low, pulse it out for 4. Let's take those arms overhead. This is 2 and 1. Release right foot, plants down, inhale, arms up. All right, right hand comes down to the left side. Find that stretch. So take the left foot all the way over to the right glute. Press a little bit nice and forward into that hip flexor. Grow long through the crown. Left knee, right ankle, sink low into that hip. If you need it, grab that chair, grab that counter, or take the hands all the way down. This is 4, 3, 2, lift and lower right heel. Here we go. Up. Just shift that weight, you got it. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot steps back. Find that lunge pulse. Left knee directly underneath that hip. Hands to heart or hands out, whatever you want. Get creative. Last set for 4, 3. Grow long through the ground. Stack yourself. 2 and 1. Left knee, drive that up. Replace. Lift, lower. You got it. Last set. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Hold it here and pulse. Hands overhead. You got it. Listen to your bodies. Grab water whenever you need. Last set for 4, 3. Set those shoulders. 2 and 1. Left foot replaces. Inhale, arms up. All right, exhale. You got your bands, your nylons, whatever you want. Grab your band. We're gonna place it just about 2 inches on top of the knee. We're gonna start with a little bit of a wider stance. So just slightly wider, making sure that you have resistance on the bands. Find that little squat pulse. Hold here. Sink low. This is 3, 2, we're traveling to the right. Here we go, step it out. Left side. Travel, find the distance of your mat. Get those legs wide. 2 and 1. Sink into that right side pulse. Chest is high. Lengthen, find the extension of that left leg. Hands extend for 4, 3, 2, don't forget that core, never forget the core. Tap that right foot in, down, lift, lower, find the levels. Belly to thigh, extend, stack yourself. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, let's just take hands to heart. We're gonna find one little twist, because it feels good. 2 and 1, let's find our lunge side to side. So really tossing the body weight over to the opposite side. You can add the arms, find a twist, get a little core action in there. Last set, this is 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it left side, pulse it out. You got this. Sink down, grow up. Tap that left foot in, up, lower, lift, lower. Find those levels, lift, lower. Reach for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to heart, find that twist, reach. Sink into that left side. Guess what, if your bands roll, just fix them, it's all good. We're gonna come back to standing. Center of your mat, stacking. Getting into a nice chair pose, we're gonna tuck it around, take the arms high. We're gonna lift our right knee, really rooting down to the left. Hold that right knee high. Oh gosh, we got this. For 4, 3, hands extend. We cross it, right knee to left. So not only are we working the medial glute, we're working the iliopsoas, that fan-like muscle inside the hip. Last set for 4, 3, you got it. Draw up out of that left hip, 2, and 1. Right foot comes back, take it forward. If you need to touch the toe to the floor, do it. Last set for 4, 3, 2, 1. Send that right foot back into a nice curtsy squat. Adjust your bands as you might need. We're getting hot, maybe a little sweaty. Send that right leg long, hands come up. Little curtsy squat, down and up. So every time you lengthen, squeeze those glutes. Find that pulse down, low. Really sinking into the left glute. You got it, last set. All right, if you want to join me, you can, or you can keep these little squats. We're gonna find a little squat jump, take it down, then up. Woo! You got it, last set, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink low, right heel kicks up. Keep that navel in, core engagement. Set those shoulders. Last set for 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet slightly wide, inhale, arms up. Just take a little hip action. Release that heart rate. We're gonna bring it down a little bit before we spike it back up. This is 2 and 1. All right, you know where we're going, next side. So readjust the bands if you need. Whew. All right, both feet are stacked. We're sinking and growing up out of that right hip. We're lifting that left knee high. Here we go, pulse it up, left side. Set shoulders grow. Hands extend for 4, 3, are you feeling it? I'm feeling it too. And 1, knee out to the left and heel to the right. Work that external rotation. Last set, this is 4, 3, 2, you know where we're going. Touch it back, touch forward, down, up. You got it. The music's gonna pick back up.
I gotta hit the beat.
For 4,
I gotta hit the beat.
3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, here we go. Curtsy squats, adjust your bands. Sinking into that right knee. Find the length before you find the squat. Here we go, pulse it out. Find the focus wherever you need. 2, 1. Lengthen, down, up. Sink into that right glute. All right, if you want, find that squat jump, down, up, lift, launch. Use those knees like coils. Use the arms, propel yourself up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left heel, draw up. Last set for 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Release it, shake it out. Yeah, how are we doing? Hip tick, side, side. Hands up, hand side, in, up. Exhale, release. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that squat. Plant the palms down over to the left side. Allow your right foot to come to the inside razor edge. Right heel pulses up. Find length through the crown, all the way through the tailbone. Last set for 4, 3, get that foot as high as you can. 2, 1, hold it high, circle it around. 2, and 1, right foot crosses over top of the left. Ah, nice forward fold, getting into the IT band to the left side. So while we're here, I'm gonna turn to the side, you stay there. Super fun, we're gonna just have a little core engagement. Send the arms long past the thighs, navel to spine. So we're pulling the body in towards the thighs, there's no momentum. All core, standing crunches. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, uncross those feet. Tuck and round, inhale, arms up. Clasp the elbows. Little side body stretch, side to side. Breathe. One more time each side. And 1. Nice, send that left leg long. Sink into that right knee. Fingertips down, hold 4, 3, inside of foot. Here we go, tap it out. Throw long through the crown, all the way to the tailbone. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold it up, circles. We can do this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross that left foot over. Sink into the opposite IT band. And again, one last time. This time, find those fists. Crunch it out. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Replace those palms and cross the feet. Nice and slow, big, heavy arms, heavy head, articulating, rolling up to the spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Okay, how are we doing? Are we okay? All right, coming down all the way to tabletop. Lower the knees, plant the palms, set the shoulders, engage the core. Tuck the toes. Hover knees. Pulse it out. You got it. Last set for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pedal those feet right to left. Woo. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower knees, toes touch, sink back. Take a little stretch. Take the hands over to the right side. Send the left glute over top of the left heel. Open up the hip, the side body. Migrate over to the left side. So you're gonna find typically in my classes, I do like to stretch throughout because when your body is super warm, you can find so much more length when you're this warm and this hot and this, all the energy flowing. Here we go. Lift up. Pulse it up. Knees. Find the pulse, take it up. Knees right to left. Nice, knees pulse wide. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, lower knees, one last time, sink back. Child's pose. For 2, and 1, roll through the spine, coming all the way to tabletop. We're gonna take the band underneath our left knee. We're gonna keep the band exactly where it is on the right side. So we're gonna lift, find the length. So knee is in line, ideally with your hip. Grow long through the crown. Hold, flex that foot. Pulse that heel. Feel as though you're trying to poke a hole with the heel through your ceiling. Teeny tiny. This is not a big movement. Last set for 4, 3, don't lose that core engagement. 2, right knee out to the side. Here we go, up and in. Nice and slow, resist. Last set for 4, 3, 2. Okay, don't hate me. Keep it high and pulse. We're gonna keep it high. We're gonna kick that right heel out and in. Woo. 2, and 1. Oh gosh, take that right knee, cross it behind the left, and sink back. So we're gonna come to our seated pose. This is a cow face pose in yoga, but keep the knees stacked. The closer your heels are to your hips, the less intense stretch, the further away, the more intense. What we're trying to do is get both sits bones to the ground, releasing into those glutes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant the palms. Keep everything nice and long. We're just gonna hinge at those hips. We're gonna come nice and long, so we're not collapsing through the upper body. Our intention is into the hips, those glutes. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Migrate back to your tabletop. Okay, so we're gonna place our right band underneath the right knee this time, taking that left band exactly where it was, behind that knee. Pulse. Flex that heel. Find the length through the spine. Engage that core, set those shoulders, squeeze the rhomboids together. 2, and 1. Hold, little pulses. 2, and 1. Knee draws in. Take it out to the side, out and in. This time's a little quicker. Hold it high, pulse it up. 2, 1, kick it out, lengthen through that left leg. Last set for 4, 3, 2, 1, glutes on fire. Take that left knee behind the right. Sink back into that cow face pose. Both sit bones down. Knees come in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant them down in front of the chest. And again, long through the spine. Hinge at those hips. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh gosh, all right, come all the way to your booty. Find your way back onto your mat. Readjust your bands as you need. So take knees slightly wider than your hips, go long through the crown. Let's just take our hands and clasp them. Find a nice long line. Knees in, pulse and kick. Grow long through the crown, don't sink into that lower back. Knees pulse in, close to the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, coming over onto your right side. The band is coming onto the knee or under the knee. Stacking palm under shoulder. Left leg comes long. Left arm high, set the shoulders, engage that core. This is 4, 3, 2. Both that left leg, up, up, down. Send that left arm long past the ear. One more set for 4, 3, 2. Keep that knee high. Elbow, knee, crunch it in, extend. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh gosh, release. Open it up to our gate pose. Whew. Nice, migrate back down to your seat. Find both the bands around both knees or slightly above. Knees are slightly wider. Clasp the hands. Send it back. Lift the heels. Hands to heart. Side, side. We're finding a little pulse of the legs as you work that core out and in. 2 and 1. Find yourself into a nice butterfly. It can be pretty wide or long because of our bands. Sink into the hips. Coming all the way back to seated and onto your knees. This time, left knee on the band. Send the right leg long. Adjust as needed. Inside edge of foot, left hand plants, right arm long. Pulse it up, here we go, lift lower. You can find that focus, whether that's out in front of you or to the ground, whatever is easiest, keeps you balanced. Keep going, take the arm long past the ear. Last set, shed shoulders for 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, elbows in, crunch it out. Knee to elbow, send it long. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that right foot down, windmill the arms, open it up. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Coming all the way back onto your seat. Replace those bands. Coming all the way down onto your right side. Stacking the knees. Lifting off that right hip, send the left arm long. We're working through some little hip dips. Down, up. Yep, obliques. You can never forget them. 2. So nice and slow, we're gonna add that top leg. It opens, it closes. Lift up. You don't have to use the arms, you can just keep the arm nice and extended, your choice. Hold it up, pulse. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hip comes down, send the left foot all the way across the right, both sits bone down, find that twist. Growing long through the crown. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow that left leg to float back. So we actually don't need our bands for this. We're just gonna slide them up towards our hips. They're gonna be here because we're gonna need them in a minute. So even though we don't need our bands, absolutely working the glute. Let's plant and square off the hips, the torso, the shoulders to that right knee. Flex that left foot, pulse. So the idea is we're trying to allow that left knee to float up and down for 4, 3, 2. Allow that left heel to pendulum out and in, out. It's almost like you're trying to kick it forward, really finding this arc-like action of the foot through the air. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, let's migrate over to our left side. Resituate our bands above the knee. Finding yourself onto the elbow, stack the knees. Allow that right arm to extend, allow the hips to lengthen. Hip dips down, up. So really cinching in those rib caves, close it off for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow that right leg to float and down, lift high. And again, you don't have to use the arm. It's just a little added core tactic. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull here. Find that pulse for 4, 3. Keep those hips high for 2, and 1. Nice. Allow that right foot to come cross and find that twist. Go long through the crown. Really finding the articulation of the spine growing as you find the twist. Now come back to center. We're just gonna get rid of our bands completely now. Just fold them off to the side and come back into that stag position, the 2 bent knees. Situating the palms, knee in between the palms, framing it off. Flex that back right foot. Hold, lift the chest, lift the knee. Here we go, pulse it up, down, up. Find that breath. This is 2 and 1. Heel floats forward, kick it back. So the heel is just like 2 inches, inch or so off the ground. Kick the booty. Last set for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come all the way to seated. Allow your feet to come together into our butterfly pose and just give flight to your wings for just a minute and grow long through the crown. Just settle that breath back into the body. 2, and 1. And your legs can be as long or as close to the body as you need, but think of length through the crown. Hinging at the hips, really focusing on that glute stretch, the hips. Hold 4. Keep it long. This might be a micro forward fold, depending on your flexibility throughout the hips. And now, because it feels good, allow yourself to sink over. Release the crown towards the ground. Hold. Breathe into the back, expand the ribs. This is 2 and 1. Walk the palms up. Okay, so our fire log stretch of the hips, the glutes, is an intense stretch. So if you happen to be a runner or if you're seated at a desk a lot, your hip flexors are pretty much locked short, right? So if you need to hold the knee up to cradle it, or you can allow gravity to take over just to release the knee. So being mindful that our ankles are on top of our knees and our knees are on top of our ankles, grow long through the crown. Just breathe. There's no forward fold here, just let gravity do its job. Breathe. 2 and 1. We gotta do the other side. And remember, we are not symmetrical. So you may be more open on one side of your hip than the other, all depending on how deep your sockets are, where they are placed, lift and grow. So just let gravity take over. Grow through the crown, release the tension from your shoulders and just breathe. 2 and 1. All right, I'm gonna do a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today in this booty bands class. And until next time.